That expensive item you're proud of right now. It might be the reason you'll struggle financially later. Every major financial mistake rarely starts with recklessness. It starts with something small, reasonable, even logical. A better phone for work. A more comfortable chair for your back. A nicer jacket because you finally earned it. The danger is not in the purchase itself, the danger is in what that purchase silently changes about your standards, your expectations, and your identity. Most people believe they control their spending. In reality, spending often controls their behavior. One upgrade subtly redefines what feels acceptable, normal, and respectable in your environment. What once felt perfectly fine suddenly feels outdated or embarrassing, not because it stopped working, but because your internal reference point shifted. This psychological shift explains why a single purchase almost never stays isolated. It creates pressure for alignment. Your brain seeks consistency between your possessions, your self-image, and your social signals. When inconsistency appears, it produces mild stress, and the fastest way to relieve that stress is through another purchase. A premium smartphone is a perfect example. The device raises the visual and functional standard of everything around it. Cheap cables feel inappropriate. Old accessories feel misaligned. Even unrelated objects, your desk, your bag, your car interior, suddenly look worse by comparison. The upgrade does not merely improve one object, it destabilizes the entire system. This mechanism has been studied for centuries and is known as the Diderot effect. It describes how introducing one high-status item into your life triggers a cascade of complementary purchases in order to restore harmony. The object becomes an anchor that resets your baseline expectations. 300 years ago, a French philosopher lived a modest life. Old furniture. Worn clothes. Simple routines. He was content. Comfortable. Calm. Then one luxury item entered his life, a beautiful, expensive robe. And everything collapsed from there. The robe made his desk look ugly. So he replaced the desk. The new desk made the rug look cheap. So he replaced the rug. The rug exposed the curtains. The curtains exposed the chair. One elegant object forced him to redesign his entire life, until his money was gone. Modern consumers face a far stronger version of this effect. Advertising, social media, and influencer culture constantly expose us to curated identities and polished lifestyles. Each upgrade feels like a step closer to that image, but every step raises the cost of maintaining coherence. The real transaction is not money for objects. It is money for identity. A fitness purchase pushes you toward the identity of an athlete. A luxury purchase pushes you toward the identity of status and success. Identities demand maintenance, clothing, environments, habits, and social alignment. Once identity shifts, neutrality disappears. Ordinary choices start feeling insufficient. The psychological cost of not matching becomes higher than the financial cost of upgrading. This is how rational people slowly drift into irrational financial behavior without noticing the transition. Smart spending requires evaluating systems, not products. The visible price is rarely the true cost. Maintenance, compatibility, replacement cycles, subscriptions, accessories, and lifestyle inflation form the invisible layer of spending that accumulates quietly over time. Home renovations, vehicles, electronics, wardrobes, all follow the same logic. One improvement exposes the weaknesses of the surrounding environment. Dissatisfaction is created by contrast, not necessity. There is also a behavioral consequence. Expensive possessions reduce tolerance for risk, mess, spontaneity, and freedom. People become caretakers of objects rather than users of tools. The emotional burden grows alongside the financial burden. First, calculate full exposure. Before buying any upgrade, estimate every secondary expense it will likely create. If the total system cost exceeds your comfort level, delay the purchase. Time reduces emotional impulse. Second, enforce replacement discipline. Every new object must replace an old one. This maintains equilibrium and prevents identity inflation through accumulation. Third, intentionally stabilize visible status markers. Modest anchors reduce psychological pressure to upgrade surrounding areas. Simplicity creates financial resilience and behavioral flexibility. Progress is not defined by how much you upgrade, but by how little unnecessary pressure you allow into your life. True wealth is the ability to remain calm, flexible, and independent of external validation. If this perspective helped you think more clearly about your next purchase, subscribe for more practical psychology and long-term financial thinking.